This is the Great Legend, and I am coming at you live. Tonight, fans, I have a My Comic Shop haul. Today's date, July 16th, 2016. So good to be here live tonight on the Great Legend Show. I'm going to show you my big old box I got. It was weird. The guy came last night around 8 p.m. I was like, golly, he's here pretty late. And he's like, got dropped off, we got our mail. Then he said, well, I got a package for you out there, let me go get it and I'll bring it back. So I don't know where he went. He must have delivered more packages and came back really late at night. It was priority mail one day, which is kind of weird. I know I ordered this Wednesday, but I guess I got it Friday. Maybe I ordered it Wednesday night and Thursday was the day they got it ready, and then Friday I actually got it, so not too bad. I paid about $4 extra to get it, but I went ahead and wanted to get my package because I had some books in here that I've been wanting, and and some current stuff as well that I had told the folks, the Blasted or Stash It folks, that I was going to read, or start reading. So let's open the box up. Let me show you what it looks like. Let me get my camera on real fast. First off, I want to give a quick shout out to folks that are in the comments at the moment. We have Mike, none other than, hello boys and ghouls, welcome to the comic crypt of Castle Hills. Man, he's got a great voice. Oh man, that's good stuff. But yeah, we got Hippies Collectibles, and it's really good to see Tom, Mr. Hippies Collectibles. Tootsie Footsie Ice Cream. We got DB chiming in. David Benavidez. Legend, legend, legend. Count Von Strange the Fourth, which I really liked when he did his tag video. I tagged him, and he tagged Hippies Collectibles of the top 5 books we want to get slabbed. We have Vince Thuggy One, my brother from the state of Florida, one of the best here in the comic book community. Love that guy. We have Mr. Dead, 1993, and Dead, man, it's been a long time since I've seen you, man. It's great to see everyone here live, and I'll come back to the comments here in a little bit. First, I want to give a little news announcement. Over on the Blasted or Stash It YouTube page, they usually have their Saturday night auction that would be live auction going on right now, silent live auction, but this weekend things came up, and the folks over there, they had to spend time with their families, because a lot of them, they only get to have that extra quality time with their wives and loved ones and families on the weekend. So taking a little weekend off from the Saturday silent auction live show from the Blast It or Stash It YouTube page. But fans, what we're going to do, let me show you, I guess, the box real quick. Sorry if I'm kind of slow. I'm switching back and forth. It's one of them big boys, one of them big boys. So I'll save this box and mail some other good stuff in. I've really enjoyed my comic shop's packaging lately. It's very nice, very nice. I got the classic Winchester. Get that sheen on there. That logo. I record all live shows in 360 progressive format, 360p, 16:9, 30 FPS per second, because my internet's just not fast enough to go high definition and live at the same time. Another thing to note, fans, if you missed last night, check out my last night's video. I did the very first Legend Spotlight episode last night, and the spotlight was shining down on Simplify Comic Guy, a great comic YouTuber and a great person, great guy, Marine veteran. Oh, you know what? Before I open this package, I want to show you something else. Put the box down. I'll put it in my lap for now. I went out today and I was out of tape, man. Look at that, dude. A tape dispenser, all out of tape. Nothing there, and tape's very important. Also, I have a bunch of these here. This is heavy-duty mailing tape, and I can't find my little thing you put the tape on that has the little perforated teeth. So I've been having to use my pocket knife to cut that. So that's been kind of sucky. But anyways, I went to Office Depot. Got a little, you know, I should change the name instead of my comic shop haul, Office Depot haul. So I've got some shipping tape here, Office Depot style. If you want to order from Office Depot online, the link is in the, just kidding. just joking. But finally I got one of those red things. Make sure those are the same fit. Yeah, because I have more of these. Maybe like 6 more of those rolled up over there. We'll get those bad boys, see? Right there. Well, actually, I guess there's like 4 in there now. But you know the old legend. I've been doing some mailings, you know. I've been fortunate to be a part of the Saturday Night Live auction with Blast It or Stash It. The very first one, I think, was last Saturday, and before that, we were having the Saturday Silent auction on Comic Noob's channel. And he's been an awesome host for that live auction. Him and Simplify, when Simplify can get on there, he's been a great host as well. They tag team it. But yeah, they're spending time with the fam, and I didn't really have anything to sell. I know we had some other sellers out there, but I said Comic Noob and Simplify said those people, they can wait till next week. They need to do some chilling with their families as well. And I know I should be chilling with mine, but this video won't go too long. And look at this. Invisible tape. Office Depot invisible tape. This is the matte finish that you can write on, and it will not dry out and will not yellow. So I love that stuff. So I got a lot of that. And what we're going to do first, fans, for shits and giggles, we're going to open one up, and we're going to do some action here. There we go. I Have Issues, aka Cody, has been doing some great how-to videos on how to keep your comic collection in good condition, aka he's been getting some supplies from Bags Unlimited, which is a good company. I don't know if I've used them yet, but I do surf their site. I've probably got some stuff from them in the past. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But anyways, back in business, got tape. I can bag and board the rest of my Volume 1 Animal Man. Get that done tonight, or maybe at least tomorrow. I think there's a WWE pay-per-view on tomorrow. I think it's Battleground tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that's the date, because Monday and Tuesday they've got the live SmackDown on Tuesday on USA. They're going to do the draft, and you know they're going to split up all the wrestlers and they'll go to their own shows. Some tag teams may get broke up, so there's a lot of drama in the WWE, baby. But again, thanks so much for coming out tonight. Let's get down to the package. Always well packed on the top. This is always great stuff. Save this in my pile of crap over there. Alright, we've got, I did not know I ordered this many books. I don't know what these are. Oh, I think I do know. They made me some a very famous sailor that I like. And let me show you these. Oh wow, these are heavy. These are hardback books. Check those out, man. Let me open them up, I guess. They're, I think, sealed. Usually I would just, like, put this in a stack, and then, you know, when I'm done reading, I'll read them. This is the 4 deluxe hardcovers of Before Watchmen. And I showed a while back on one of my live shows that the current thing that I'm reading is my Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four. I'm on Volume 2, issue, I believe it's 18. It's the introduction. Actually, you know what? I think I already read that issue, to tell you the truth. So I think I'm on the issue after the first appearance of Super Skrull. Yeah, I've already read that issue, so I won't be reading that issue again. Not for a while, I guess. So I've been reading that, and once I get finished with that, I was going to read Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons' Watchmen. I got the deluxe hardcover of that book. So I want to read that in the time being. And as far as all my back issues go, you know, I read them when I get to them because, you know, like I've said, I'm still back on New 52 stuff. The only new stuff I've got for this Rebirth run is going to be in this other collection here. Show you this. I'm going to leave these just in their thing here. Really cool. This is no dust jacket on these, which is fine. Or maybe there is. I just don't know. It's packed really well. Yeah, I don't think it is, but that's okay. Really nice hardcovers. This is before Watchmen. This is the Minutemen and Silk Spectre series. They each had, when these books came out, they had like minis of each. So there'd be like 4 issues of Minuteman, 4 issues of Silk Spectre. These are Darwin Cook and Amanda Connor. Very cool. 2 good folks that they love to work together. A lot of times, you know, you get lucky, you get a Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor, his wife, and a Darwin Cook. And you may even have some Justin Gray in there. This right here, The Comedian and Rorschach. This is by Brian Azzarello, J.G. Jones, Lee Bermeo. Really good there. Brian Azzarello, good writer. He did the writing on a lot of the, I think, Wonder Woman of New 52, which had great rave reviews. Right here, we got Night Owl and Dr. Manhattan. And a lot of good people here. Andy and Joe Kubert a little bit on here. See, I ain't gonna say all the names, you know, but good people there. And last but not least, Ozymandias and Crimson Corsair. And Crimson Corsair was a character that was in a lot of the at the end of the comics in the Before Watchmen books. They would have some stories about Crimson Corsair, so interesting to read about him. Also, some of these have the dollar bill issue and you know, some of those other one-shot issues, but these books have all of that Before Watchmen content in them. So I was going to read the original Watchmen deluxe hardcover, which consisted of 12 issues to symbolize the 12 hours on a clock. So very excited to get those finally. I've been wanting those for a while just to have. I've been rewatching the Watchmen movie, rewatching the Watchmen. So very cool to have these in my collection. I'm going to check the comments before I get down to the single issues. And I've been looking for this damn issue everywhere. It was in one of my short boxes. I've got some books I'm putting aside for a friend, and I found my Popeye Classic Comics issue 17 by Yo Comics and IDW. These, of course, are the reprints of Bud Sagendorf, who I guess started in Dell, then it went to Golden Key, and then, you know. But I love these books. Price is high on them, but the paper stock is very good. And I really enjoy reading the old classics. Popeye by Bud Sagendorf. Alright, so I'm going to put this stuff over here, because I got a couple of comics I've got for a buddy that I don't want you to see. They're signed, though. They're signed by Jimmy Palmiotti. 2 of them are. Alright, let me look at this. So we got a lot of little looks here, little singles. What I've also enjoyed about my comic shop, they've, oh, you know, I'm going to check the comments real quick, but they've started to bag and board their books for added protection, because before they would have a bigger plastic bag and they would tape it all around, and they'd put the books, you know, they would have, I guess, like that side, they would have a, what do you call it, the spine there, then they would flip the book, and then spine there, you know, so it kind of, you know, if you stack too many books with the spine on one side, that's what kind of creates that spine roll. And, you know, that's just how some books, unfortunately, get spine roll in the shipping process, because Diamond, you know, when Diamond sends out their books, they don't bag and board the stuff. You know, they'll bag and board the stuff like Dynamic Forces variants and, you know, signed variants with the COAs. But normally the books, man, they're just raw, and, you know, they just get tossed in a box. But my comicshop.com, aka people in Texas know Lone Star Comics, they bag and board their issues now. And damn it, I was going to check the comments, and I keep talking and forgetting what I'm doing. But I'm glad you're with us on Saturday night. Just enjoying the night. Probably going to maybe read these issues tonight. Do some chilling. Get some things ready tomorrow to be mailed. And like I said, watch that Battleground tomorrow. WWE. All right. Let's see what we got here. Of course, you know I rebag all these in Mylar. Let me get these. Woohoo. These look really nice. I'm excited to read this. You know, I did get kind of pulled into the speculation train, but I find the story interesting, and I like reading about the Boy Scout. I like old Superman, but this one here is the new Superman. This is new Superman 1A. And I have a lot of copies of his first appearance in Batman Superman issue 32, which I believe, I'm not certain, but I believe that was the last Batman Superman issue. I mean, that was back from the New 52, and they finished that up, I believe so. I believe it to be so. And next I have this one, the 1B cover. I like that cover. I like both covers. Very nice. Great artwork. I kind of prefer this cover better, where he's saving the girl. The girl looks symbolistic, if that's even a damn word. Kind of looks like Lois Lane. What a Chinese Lois Lane would be. She's got a blue tube or a purple tube top and some capris or something on. Reminds me of just some Lois Lane. Look at this guy here. Look at, he's a thug. Look at him, dude. He's legit right there. He's like pointing out. Look at that dude right there. He looking like a thug. Chinese, baby. All right, let's see. Let me scoot those over a little. Damn it, I still forgot to check the comments. Ooh, look at that. Another copy. You know, I got 2 copies. I feel like Hippie and Hans getting 2 copies. I know Comic Noob gets some copies too. Ooh, look at this though in shipping. Look at that in shipping right there. Got a little dent on that board there. Now, they got to go easy on this, man. This is Green Lantern Rebirth. And, well, this is the Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. I'm guessing, you know, this is what would probably be a straight running continuation off the Green Lantern and Green Lantern Corps books of the New 52. That's what I kind of hear. And it seems like that way for a lot of times when Green Lantern gets to a new volume. It's continuations anyways, because, you know, they're in space and everything. Yeah, this kind of sucks. The corners got dinged. All right, going right on in. I'm picking up some filler here, back issues that I never did get. Issue 47 of Popeye the Classic Comics there, Bud Sagendorf. I like it's a, the cover's not matte, the cover's not gloss, it's like a, the cover is the same material that the paper is. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a thick kind of paper stock on these books. They're a little more expensive. They run around like $3.99 new, $4.99 used or whatnot. Here's another copy of the. See how that corner is right there? Kind of crappy. You know what? If you just order single issues from my comic shop, the way they do it is they wrap it all together like I showed you. And then on each corner in the box, there's a big foam, like a dark gray foam piece. And that foam's supposed to kind of help it too. But anyway, the books aren't affected. And and the only reason I get kind of anal about that, I mean, I can care less if it's like issue 4 or 5 or 7, you know, or some random thing. Because mainly these I got to read, you know. Now, if they do ever go up in price, you know, I may CGC the better looking one or CBCS or whatever. I really have been wanting to try out CBCS, and I do have some books I like to send them, but right now I just don't have that extra money to do so. This is a Green Lantern Rebirth. This is another different cover from this cover. Now, I only got both of the covers for these. I really like Hal Jordan. I got 2 copies of his first appearance. One is a restore that I'd like to see about. It was a minor color touch, so I want to see about getting that minor color touch removed and then graded with a blue label on it. Let me put my Chinese Supermans together real quick, and then I want to check the comments. So I've shown you some Chinese Superman books, or new Superman. That's a really nice cover right there, though, and then that's a good one too. That's the classic, you know, where Rebirth and all that kind of stuff. I didn't ever get the Rebirth miniseries. And you know, here's the thing: is this like you let me know in the comments? It says Rebirth on it, right? And it says issue 1. And I'll probably read the Rebirth story maybe on digitally or something, or you know, I may just God, I may have a copy of Rebirth. I really don't even remember what I have, but Rebirth here. Um, Let me know. Are they going to have a number 2, number 3, number 4? Are they always going to keep Rebirth on the title? You know, I don't really know. I mean, that'd be stupid if these were like one shots and then it went into like Green Lantern Corps number 1 volume 3 or whatever. I don't know. Have no clue. Anyways, let's check the comments and then I'll show you the rest of the books that I have. Oh yeah, I love that. Vince is great. Thuggy one Vince, because I got a couple of buddies named Vince. Hey, Kyle Walker's in the house. Folks, check out Kyle Walker. Sub him up. He's a great guy. Huey's Comics, one of the main men from the Blast It or Stash It. He's here dropping in to say hi. DB. DB's in there chatting. Count Von Strange. All right, the Comic Book Villain Guild. Make sure you check him out. Roboters 100. It's good to see you, sir. He says Roboters liked the before Watchmen stuff, and it was cool to have the other creators take a crack at that world. That's right. Because Alan Moore threw a hissy fit. Supposedly he didn't want anyone to mess with it, or I don't even think he agreed with the movie or wanted the movie to be made. But someone told me those were just a bunch of Charlton characters that he kind of like borrowed things from them anyway. Charlton characters, if you don't know, and tell me if I'm wrong, but the Freedom Fighters, I think, were originally Charlton characters like Phantom Lady and Doll Man, Little Doll Man, Human Bomb, Uncle Sam. The guy that lights up really bright. I can't remember his name at the moment. The Ray, I think his name was. And Plastic Man. Well, Plastic Man was maybe Charlton, but he first appearance was in Police Comics. Some of this stuff I can't remember a lot of times because my brain gets scrambled with all this history. That's why I prefer watching, you know, some of you guys that know the history, like Thuggy One. He knows a lot of the old school. Hippies Collectibles knows a lot of the old school. Captain Strangeliffe, Mike, Comic Crypto Castle Hills. That's where I get my history from most of the time. If I'm a lazy bastard, I'll go to Wikipedia and you know, read some of that shit. But I prefer here's my thing about Wikipedia. You can read all that, but it's like you're just reading a bunch of shit. But if you watch someone on YouTube talk about it, it's a lot better because you're just not reading facts like from a textbook or whatever. You're actually seeing the people that lived the time. You know what I mean? You see the people that lived the time period. It's kind of like watching a documentary of people talking about things of the past. And that's one of the things, if you ever, you know, like dig down deep and you really kind of start to think about it, and Howler Mouse has mentioned this, is years in the future, 20, 30 years into the future, 40 years, because I'll be probably gone before 40 years, but it's like people can look back at all this stuff. Will they want to? You know, who really knows? But it's interesting to kind of think about that stuff. Um, And I gotta mention Thuggy one here. He has probably one of the best comments of the night. We got Popeye and Captain Marvel, and they battle Barnabas. Barnabas Collins from Dark Shadows. Now, fans, this is Captain Marvel, Billy Batson, aka Fawcett Publications, the 40s. Not Danvers. I think her name's Carolyn Danvers. I don't even know. I ain't down with the Kree. I'm not down with the Kree. I prefer the Skrulls. Thank you. Um, happy wife, happy life. That's what I'm talking about, DB. And I want to give a quick shout out. Okay, the Rebirth one shot should be issue 0 and then continue with normal numbering. And what I'll do is, since I don't know what they'll do, so I'll keep my eye out for the Hal Jordan book and the new Superman book and get whatever it comes after. But yeah, you know, the thing about the numbering, I see why they do it. I don't mind it. I mean, like, because it does help new readers get on new story arcs and things like that. And if you're like my buddy William Thorpe, if it has a #1 on it, and me and Thuggy, we get a kick out of it, because me and Thuggy one, I think, are William Thorpe's biggest fans. But he recently got over 1,000 issue #1s. This is a guy named William Thorpe. I'm giving him a big shout out. He's a great guy, really underrated YouTuber. But he's got a lot of Funkos, got a lot of toys, collectibles. Just a really cool guy. He always roots for the villains. And I know this is a My Comic Shop haul video, but I may just change it to the Great Legends Show and put the date on there. But William Thorpe, check him out. He's a really great guy, and he would love all these #1s. I mean, God, he would so dig them. I want to give a shout out and a get well to Who Dat Comics, Russell, Sarap. You right, man. You right. Good. He says, has some nice videos I'll be dropping next week as long as I'm not still sick. He's been got the laryngitis. All right, let me get back here and we'll show some of these other books off. Like I already showed that one off, Popeye, Classic Comics. And I don't know how long IDW and Yo are going to go with these. I mean, what they do is they do put some new stuff in these books, which is really cool. And another reason I think these are expensive books is there's no ads in the books. I hear the guys bitching about DC, and I bitch about them too. I mean, I swear to God, I mean, I don't know when it was, but it's during the New 52 run. I turned the page, and male actors from Arrow on CW like didn't have their shirts on. Everyone was like wearing black jeans and showing their abs off. And I was like, what the hell is this shit? You know, you turn the page, you're waiting for that awesome moment in the story. You turn the page and it's like fucking Diggle with his shirt off or something, or that stupid guy Roy. But anyways, that's a nice cover. I like that. That's Popeye Classics 47. And there's a lot of those like I don't have, but the cool thing about Popeye is not many people buy the book, so I'll always be able to find these back issues because these are reprints anyway. So it's not like these are ever going to be like a lot of money. These are just for me and the love for Popeye the Sailor Man. Y'all know some people say pop eye, pop eye. It's like great pod. But down in Texas, I call it Popeye, pop, Popeye, Popeye, like pop and then pie, but it's really Popeye. But I call it Popeye, Popeye, man, for life. Riding that rocket, how rocket will travel. Everyone remembers Joe Dorita, Curly Joe representing. Have rocket will travel, 1960. I want to say 66. I'm not sure. That's a Three Stooges movie. Sorry. All right, that was number 45. So all these numbers are mixed up a little. 45 and 47. Here's the evens. 46. Popeye carrying Sweepy and his love, Olive, on a boat. They on a boat. Very cool. I like the yellow background. I like the Popeye in red. It screams old school. And this is Bluto or Brutus. I don't know. I can't remember what they called him in the classics. But this is some Brutus or Bluto Popeye books. Yo Comics IDW. I'm going to check some comments real quick. And then give some more shout outs, and we'll close out the show tonight. Won't be a real long one. Well, damn, I think I've been going 30 minutes. See, time just really flies by. Again, I want to thank you, Huey's Comics, for showing up. Yeah, okay. Roboters 100 says nice for the detective in action went back to their original numbering, because when you go back, you're going to have to wiki when those storylines take place. Yeah, you'll have to kind of push. You'll have to put all your volumes. Well, I think Detective first got renumbered in the New 52, and I guess they went 52 issues of that, and then went back to the original numbering to kind of. So whatever. I mean, that's going to be really cool. And once they do get 1,000, up to 1,000, which I don't know when that will be, but if it's soon, I would say if it's in the year, and I don't know my numbers, I don't know what's what, but I say if they make it to 1,000 in the year 2016 or 2017, the book will be $9.99. I think if it's in 2018 or later, I don't know. I think that book will be worth, or I think the book will have a $20 sticker price. I know that's insane, but like sometimes the comic business can get pretty crazy. I think they'll put a fucking $20 price tag on that issue 1000. And we hope you get well, who dat. James K, I want to say what's up, James K. Huey's feeling a little grumpy. And then, of course, Russell, who that's making jokes about the Snickers, because supposedly there was these 4-page Snicker ads, and I just don't get that. I don't understand that. But like what I was saying earlier, since these the IDW books, a lot of the independent books don't have ads in them, so they will cost you a little bit more money. East to West, or East of West, which I really like, and I don't know if they're still going on. I think they are, but once I get some more stuff sorted out and find what I need, what I have, I need to work on getting the back issues of that. But I think I've got over 30 of those issues, or at least in the 20s, which is pretty good. But yeah, so that's one reason why independents are really cool. They may be like 50 cents or $1 more, because I think East of West was $3.50, but some are $3.99. And this one comes out, if I would have pre-ordered these, and I would have kept with my pull list and they ordered 2 months ahead of time, these would have been less than $2.99. But it is what it is. Save some money. Don't spend a lot of money on the comics, because I got a lot of back issues and stuff to read, and a lot of just trades and hardcovers to read too. So I want to give one last quick shout outs again to James K. Make sure y'all sub up everyone in the comments right here live, because after this video is done, you won't get to sub them up unless they comment a second time. And also, Leonard Snart himself is here live. Captain Cold Comics. Just a fun guy to hang out with, and he's been on the live shows a lot too. So real quick, let's go over the shout outs one more time. Comic Crypt of Castle Hills, sub him up. Mike is awesome. Does a lot of great hauls, back issues, gets a lot of great variants, has a lot of collection and collectibles throughout his life and his long years of collecting. Same goes for Hippies Collectibles Tom. He has a lot of great stuff. He's a musician. Listen to some of his riffs and guitar beats. Man, he's really good. DB, I'm new to the DB, the DB stream. David Benavidez. It's great to see you. Count Von Strange, as always. It's great to see Count Von Strange in the house. One of the cool new YouTubers I got to meet, I guess maybe 6 months ago when the Count came to scene. He's a huge Walking Dead fan and a huge horror fan, and he loves Funko Pops. It's always great seeing him here. We have one of my brothers from another silent auction mother, Bruce Zayas, and his Cowabunga Comics channel. Huge fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's been a great pleasure to get to know him. And we have Vince, like I said, Thuggy One, one of the biggest action figure collections I've ever seen. He's got his whole wall filled with them, and he really brings back memories of when things used to come out. He's got the 90s Fantastic Four figures based off the cartoon, the Swamp Thing cartoon figures with Swamp Thing and his snare arm. I also had the playset too, where you push him up that elevator and he busts through the foam and he's coming out of the swamp at you live. Again, we have Mr. Dead 1993 in the house. It's good to see you, sir. And it's good to see you getting some more subs, man. Good stuff. I want to see some more Mr. Dead videos. Kyle Waka, one of the new guys I've met here in the community, and he's really a great guy, and he does a lot of commenting. And you definitely need to check out Kyle's channel. He's got a quick 5 days ago or so, maybe a week ago, he did a collection room update, which was really cool. So you can see his collection room. We have Huey's Comics from Huey's Comics, Dave from Huey's Comics. He's coming in to say, hey, he's got a busy week ahead of him. He's going to be out of action for a couple of weeks on the live shows on the Blasted or Stash It show that's Friday is at 10 p.m. Eastern. We have Roboteers 100. Like I said, sub him up. He's got 12 right now. Hopefully he'll be doing some videos, some more videos pretty soon. Another one that I met pretty soon was Comic Book Villain Gill. I met him from Comic Noob's channel. He does a lot of great stuff, so I've subbed him up. Who Dat Comics. Russell's just an awesome guy. He gets a lot of those subscription boxes in the mail. He's a huge fan of all things comics, pop culture. Russell loves, I'm trying to get, oh, Russell just won him a copy of Fantastic Four 52, first appearance of Black Panther, T'Challa representing in the house. Very cool, but Russell has a lot of great stuff. He's also a really huge Spider-Man fan, and he loves that so much. He's kind of like me in my Fantastic Four, and I haven't talked to you, Russ, about this much, but I have a little, that's a stenograph. It's stenographers, and it's a little flip notebook. I don't know if some of you young people know what those are, but I used to write down all my games on the arcade, and I would go through the games that I needed to download, and it's just great to always do pen and paper stuff because everyone doesn't have the iPad on them, and things like that. But I also use the stenographer to go through my Fantastic Four collection 1 through 200, and I look at the grades, and I try to get I've been trying to get 6.0, 7.0 and above on my whole Fantastic Four collection, because some of my Fantastic Four collection, some of the books are really in bad shape, mainly issues I guess around maybe 25. Actually, I think it's about up to 50 now. I think I've got issues, well, I would even go 55 to maybe 200, so, like sporadic numbers that I want to eventually get better copies of after I sell some of these other things that I have. I want to say a quick shout out to another veteran of the Armed Forces, Aim High Comics. Fans, if you don't know Aim High Comics, definitely check him out. He's real new into the YouTube comic book community. He's got a great contest going on right now that is going to benefit veterans. So definitely check Aim High Comics out. I'll be putting in my contest entry for that one pretty soon, but I have to go down the line. I got to do a Don Comic Junkie entry. I'm going to be doing a Who Dat Comics entry because Who Dat's got a going to have the Who Dat box, and it's going to have a bunch of little goodies inside. And then he's going to put a lot of stuff in that box. He may need to put it in a big ass shoebox. Let's keep going down the line. I want to make sure I catch everybody who is commenting tonight. Oh, okay, here's a guy right here. Oogie's Daddy 012. He has 0 subscribers. He's got a New England Patriots logo. Thanks, dude, for showing up. I don't know who you are, but thanks for coming along for the ride of the Great Legends show. A lot of times in Oogie's Daddy, this ain't nothing towards you or anything, but a lot of times when the comic community sees 0 subs, man, we just don't know what to think, because there's been some trolls in this community. But if you ain't no troll, more power to you. Oogie's Daddy 012, sub this guy up. Um, and hopefully you put some videos out. Um, who else? Comic book villain Gil. I think I said your name, brother, but I want to make sure I give you your shout out. James K, another shout out. Um, check out James K. He's a good veteran as well. He needs a lot more subs. God, he's got his own contest. I remember that because, damn it, and there's so many contests, but I want to get back into entering into the contest just to kind of get the word out, spread the love, because some of my subscribers may not be subscribed to you, so I want to try to get everyone involved. That's one thing I learned from Simplify Comic Guy. The more that we shout each other out and the more we send people to other people's channels, the bigger and better the comic book community will get, because everyone has great things to talk about, great things to show. Last but not least, Leonard Snart representing Captain Cole Comics. You see that Star Wars raffle, 6 prizes. Yeah, I got to get up in on some of this stuff. Some of the guys are subscribed to people on Instagram, and a lot of these Instagram things have contests. And if you don't know what Instagram is, it's kind of like a Twitter, but you put a picture and then you do hashtags about the picture and everything. So guys, thank you again for showing up live here tonight on this My Comic Shop haul, which I'll probably change the name to. I'll probably change the name to the Great Legend Show Live, or my Great Legend Show. But thank y'all so much, Roboteers or Roboters. I don't want to like Roboteer, Rocketeer. I think it's Roboters. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, buddy. Oh, Kingpin PKR. Oh yeah, great. Kingpin PKR. Thank you so much. He's a great YouTuber. He's been around. He's been around in the bushes for a while, but not outside my house or anything. But he's an awesome guy. One of the best on here, actually. Roboter says, "Hey Legend, do you ever do book discussions roundtable style?" I used to a long time ago. I've been a part of some great groups back 6 years ago, maybe. I don't even know how long it's been. I mean, Hippie and Thuggy would know, but I don't really remember. We used to do one called Comic Talk Pod. I'll go ahead and give you a little history. This is the Great Legend Show. Shit. I'll give you a little history, and I'll go over some name. Well, I'll go over some names. Every one of us, we don't get along or see eye to eye anymore, but I'll go over and shout out some names of some old school YouTubers. I've kind of drifted apart with many of them, but I've gotten closer to many of them as well. We used to do. My first appearance on a round table or a discussion was, and these videos have all been deleted. There's been some trouble, or some stuff going on, and I don't want to go into the details of why it all fell apart or things of that nature. I think everyone just kind of, sometimes, friends grow apart, things like that. But my first appearance, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying this or anything. The first two guys that I ever kind of saw in the comic book community and got to know was Captain Cummings. I know a lot of y'all know Captain Cummings. Pudding Pops. I don't know why I think about those pudding pops when I said Captain Cummings. I say pudding pops. Bill Cosby. Half man, half amazing. Shout out to him. He's got a great video inspired by a rant video Comic Noob did about the Michael Turner Harley Quinn books or something like that. Anyway, Captain Cummings used to host a show called Comic Book Roundtable. Comic book. No, damn it! It was Roundtable, but the original show was called Comic Talk Podcast. And what Comic Talk Podcast is it is what it was. It was what it is. It was a podcast, and the way we did the podcast was we would all dial in on Skype. Y'all may remember that old program, Skype. We wouldn't show our faces on it because lag and all that. but we used to do voices only. Damn, I just sounded like somebody. Well, I sounded kind of like Dr. Count Von Chilla there, like that voice of him, who's a great YouTuber. Check out Dr. Von Chilla. I met him, or I found out from. I was. I went to Hippies Collectibles and I saw this man. He's got a lot of great history. And like I said, I don't love YouTube necessarily. Oh, look at me! I got an Action Comics #1. Hey, let me tell you, it's better than Action Comics #1. But it's not about that, you know. But it's about, like I've always said, and I've told J-Rox this, and I sound like a damn broken record sometimes. But it's about the people behind the camera and like their own personal stories about their collections. That's why I love all of my people I'm subscribed to, but I really enjoy their stories, and especially the folks that show their face on the camera. Not all of us show ourselves on the camera, but I love to listen to their stories. Dr. Von Chilla has his buddy Ellis, who is 95 years old, and every now and then Dr. Von Chilla will have these episodes where he asks a 95-year-old. So what you get to do is you type in the comments and you ask Ellis about his long life, and I think that's really cool, you know, to get that, get those stories and personal histories. Anyway, so back to Comic Talk podcast. So Captain Cummings created this really cool thing where we all talked about the comic books and what was coming out for the week. We had notable members of this was Chris, Dark Avenger 86, who went on to do the Dark Avenger live shows, Dark Avenger Inc. And then he went on to do Frontline Comics. It's a big group channel that does a lot of videos starring Kat, Comic Uno, Chris, and his buddy Mike. I like to call him Mikey because the older Mike was Spider Slayer. God, I haven't watched some of these people in a long time. But anyway, so he left. So Captain Cummings had another Chris, Doc and Hallett. And we had Howler Mouse, Costin Bromstar, Oddfellows Thoughts, Hippies Collectibles, and on occasion we might get Captain Strangelaughter on there. So that was the Comic Talk podcast. And then that morphed. This was pre-Google Hangouts. So what the Captain Cummings did, he would upload just the audio stream to YouTube and he would put pictures in there. So this is totally before the Google Hangouts. Now when the Google Hangouts came out, he rebranded it as the Comic Book Roundtable, I think. I'm pretty sure. And through the years, you know, a lot of people, you know, went their separate ways. But we had, like I said, Hippie was on there. I was on there, Oddfellows Thoughts, Captain Cummings, Costin Bromstar, Howler Mouse. And sometimes we would get Doc and Howlett in there. And sometimes Dr. Strange, or Captain Strangelaughter, we would get them in there. And it was a lot of fun. And then I think the comic book community during that time, we had Reader 1717, GPAP was there, Sleepy Reader 666 was there, Gimpy 204 was there, Why Not Art was there. Everyone was there. I mean, Onesie Angelique. I mean, we had like I consider myself to be a second gen comic book community kind of guy, but none of that really matters anymore because it's grown so fast over the years that it's where it is today. So yeah, just so I have done to answer Roboter. I've been on those shows and we've talked about books, shared fond memories of our own history in comics, talking about movies and pop culture and just a little bit of everything. And it was just a wonderful time, and it was a great time to be a collector, and it's a great time to be a collector now. New shows are showing up all the time. New live shows like Comic Noob, Late Night with Comic Noob. Blast It or Stash It, where we get to see Huey's Comics, Midwest Comic Man, Kirby's Comics, Simplify Comic Guy, Comic Noob, and Mike Spectacular Spider Grandpa. And I think his first name's Mike, but I've got another Mike, the Comic Crypto Castle Hill. So a lot of people have the same first names. My name's Robert. My family members and loved ones and my friends, my dear friends on YouTube call me Rob. And then, of course, my entertainer's name's The Great Legend. I've had that ever since I've been doing my first video here on YouTube, where I was really big into video game commentary, and I was damn good at it too. There wasn't anyone better. But yeah, I had some little trash talk in there to it, but it was very exciting. And especially when I was like really doing good. Most of the time I was getting killed, but even you die a lot in games like myself, you still have some great one-liners. So fans, I just want you to make sure you check out everyone in the comments, everyone I mentioned. Give them some love. They need more subs, man. All these people deserve more subs, and I don't really know much about the subs. All I do know is if I highlight their name or mouse over their name, I see their subs, and that's what I'm talking about. Thuggy1, that is what I'm talking about. Over 2,000 subscribers. I'm going to click on his name right here. Damn straight. And he is well damn deserved. 2,251 subs. I swear to God, if y'all aren't subbed to Thuggy1 Vince, oh my God, beautiful artwork. I'm just looking at his whole YouTube page is just beautiful because you see the history unfolds. It's every video he puts out, it's history. You get the history. It's amazing. And he puts in a lot of hard work. If anyone out there wants to see how to grow a channel, the way to do that is you go over to Thuggy1's channel, look at some videos, pick out some videos, and when you watch the videos, just think in the mindset of Vince Thuggy1 that he's thinking as he's doing these videos. And this is kind of deep shit. I hope y'all are kind of catching along. But if you think of, if you can watch the video, and Vince as a content creator, and I don't know if he'll, he's such a laid back guy. He doesn't want props, or he doesn't want, kudos and stuff, kind of like Captain Strangelove and Hippie and the Comic Crypt and some of these guys. They're just like we can all learn something from them, because it's not about like the views, it's not about all about the subs, it's not nothing like that. They put out the content because they love the content. They put out the passion because they love their passion. And if you can do that, like I know some of us are younger YouTubers, not like younger in age, shit, I'm almost 40, but I'm saying young YouTube content creators, if you put all that shit aside, just put it all aside, and not worry so much about the views, the subs, what this channel's doing, what that channel's doing, just focus on the love you have for what you're putting on that fucking screen. Sorry, I'm kind of going in and kind of preaching to you. All of the followers and the subscribers and the views and all the bullshit, all of that shit will come over time. It's like that Field of Dreams when old fucking Ray Liotta's saying, if you build that shit, they will come, or whoever the hell was saying that shit. And Ray Liotta like just calmed down on the damn diamond, you know what I'm saying? Playing catch with Kevin Costner. She almost said Kevin Conroy. Wouldn't that be a sight? Ray Liotta and Kevin Conroy together. I am vengeance. I am Batman. So anyway, come for the comics and stay for the personality. Roboters 100. Amen to that. But yeah, y'all sub Thuggy1. I mean, God, when he does that house tour, I've seen some rooms in there. Woo, man, it's like every room is like its own man cave. It's almost like you stepping in here in Dallas. We got the Kimball Art Museum. It's like you step into different sections of the art museum and you see the Monet section, or you go over here and you see some damn other section, or you go over there, you're gonna see the Swamp Thing section. You're gonna see the Simpsons collection and section. Man, it's really cool. So I've gone on long enough. Thank you so much for all the viewers tonight. Hope y'all watch this on the rewind. I'm gonna go off here. I'm gonna get rid of this My Comic Shop haul. I mean, they don't need no subs. I mean, everyone in America buys from them. This shit's the Great Legend Show, because that's what it's all about. You know, the Great Legend Show live with everybody here in the comments. Question for the legend. Oh man, look at this. This is Matt Murdock here, another great YouTuber, and he's got a great a great love for Mr. Matt Murdock, Daredevil, if you will. Question for the legend, and this is a hard one because I love them both. Because damn, this is okay. So his question is for some of y'all that are watching it on the rewind. He says, question for the legend, Stan Lee / Jack Kirby Fantastic Four or John Byrne Fantastic Four? You know, man, Big John. I think it's Big John Buscema. But anyway, John Byrne. I call everyone Big John because I had an uncle named Big John. But John Byrne, no one like him. Phenomenal. But you got Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the creators of the team that I love so much. It's kind of like this. Rob Liefeld created Deadpool, but his drawings are weird. Legs going off everywhere. Back in the old day, on our roundtable discussions, we used to kind of make fun of the artwork by Liefeld. But and there's been so many other people that have made Daredevil a cooler character. You know, like the people that made Daredevil the guy that broke down the fourth wall and all that stuff. That's what not Daredevil, shit, that's Matt Murdock. Deadpool, god dang, they won't both wear red, you know. But yeah, I gotta go with, well, I don't really care much for Rob Liefeld's artwork, so like forget that guy. And I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan. I did like the movie, but I don't like have a lot of like, I guess it's kind of like Wolverine. I don't like hate the guy, but I don't like go goo goo gaga for him, you know, like Deadpool or whatever. It is what it is. But Fantastic Four, I got to go with Stan the Man Lee and Jack the King Kirby. And Joe Sanat, man, filling in the gaps with the inks. Damn, dude, those guys, that's history. You know what I'm saying? John Byrne is history too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you watch my boy Tim, aka Howler Mouse, HOWLERMOUSE. He loves him some John Byrne. And I love some John Byrne too, but I got to go with Stan the Man and Jack the King Kirby. Matt Murdock, special shout out to you. Thank you so much for your question. Vince is going with John Byrne. But yeah, I love John Byrne too. I mean, they're like neck and neck for me. I just really love Jack Kirby, and I love John Byrne's art as well. I mean, shit. I could go 50-50. If Stan Lee wasn't such a dick and like about stuff like, oh, I'm Stan Lee, I created this, I created that. Because, you know, he back in the day, he didn't really mention Ditko or Kirby as much as I think he should have. So he does now, though. But if you would have asked me that like 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would have said fucking John Byrne, because that around that time, that's what I was reading. I was reading the John Byrne back issues and all that stuff, and I was getting real familiar with a lot of the John Byrne stories, especially when he got She-Hulk on the team of the Fantastic Four, when Thing had his solo series that ran, I guess, in the 80s and maybe 86. Like I said, things get scrambled over the years. And he went off, Ben Grimm went off and did his solo thing while She-Hulk took over for him. I mean, John Byrne, man, that shit was awesome. But fans, I've gone a little too long. I want to thank everyone for showing up tonight on the Great Legend Show for July 16th, 2016. This is the Great Legend saying peace out. And damn, this fucking shirt is bright. God bless.